It's a quiet night again, the kind of night where even the wind seems to be thinking. The fire burns low, the air smells of oak and old stories. You'd be surprised how many souls find their way to this little corner of the world, my friend. They come in tired, lost, pretending they're just here for a drink, but what they're really looking for is themselves. I've seen warriors, mages, kings, and beggars. Doesn't matter where they are or where they've been. The moment they sit at this bar, they all share the same silence. The silence of someone who's been living by rules that they didn't write. And that, my friend, is what I call playing someone else's game. There was a young adventurer once. Came in wearing armor so polished it caught the firelight like a mirror. His confidence filled the room until he sat down. Then I saw it, the cracks behind his smile. I asked him what his quest was. He said, "To be the greatest warrior in the kingdom." So I asked again, "Why?" He looked down at his drink for a long time before answering. "Because everyone expects me to be." Not because he wanted to protect anyone, not because he loved the fight, but because he was afraid of what would happen if he didn't. He wasn't playing his game, my friend. He was following a script, one written by his father, his mentors, his people, and in chasing their dreams, he lost the sound of his own heartbeat. The world has a clever way of convincing you that you're free, when really your path was chosen long before you took your first step. You grow up told what success looks like, what kind of person you should love, what kind of job, house, and smile make you worthy. And before long, you start walking, not because you chose the road, but because you were told it's the right one. But tell me, my friend, when was the last time you truly made a choice that was yours alone? Not the one your parents hoped for, not the one the world rewarded, but the one that made your soul whisper, "This is mine." If you can't remember, it's all right. Most can't, because it's easy to forget you have the controller in your hands when the game has been playing you for so long. There are game masters in this world, my friend, unseen but always guiding, not in robes or crowns, but in headlines, trends, and unspoken rules. They tell you what winning looks like. They whisper that your worth depends on what you produce, what you own, or how many eyes are watching you. They reward obedience with applause and punish authenticity with silence. It's a game built on comparison. Who's ahead? Who's behind? Who's leveling up faster? But no one ever asks, why are we racing? If you spend your life chasing someone else's definition of success, you might reach the top only to find out that you've climbed the wrong mountain. The view from here, my friend, is colder than you think. I've met many who wake up one day and realize their journey was meant to please others. They did everything right. They earned the titles, the gold, the approval, but deep down they fell hollow, like a bard singing a song he doesn't believe in anymore. When that happens, there's a moment, a quiet reckoning. You look in the mirror and finally see the stranger wearing your face. That's the moment your real quest begins. Because only then do you start asking questions that matter. What do I want? What feels real? What have I been pretending to not hear from my own heart? Now, That young warrior I told you about. He came back one night, years later. His armor was gone, replaced by a weathered cloak. His sword was chipped, but his eyes, oh, his eyes were alive. He sat right where you are now and said, Lion, I have stopped fighting everyone else's battles. Now I am just walking toward peace. He wasn't chasing glory anymore. He was chasing himself. And that, my friend, is the hardest battle there is. To be honest with yourself about what truly matters. He left that night with no plan, no map, just purpose. And I'd like to think he's still out there, building a life that feels like his own story. My friend, before you step back into the world, ask yourself, whose game are you playing? Are you living by your own design or by someone else's expectation? Are your victories truly yours or just trophies they told you to collect? You don't have to keep playing a game that doesn't fulfill you. You can set down the borrowed armor. You can walk away from the noise and start again. Not only as who the world wants you to be, but as who you wanted to all along become. The moment you stop trying to win their game, you begin to master your own. And when that happens, my friend, that's when the real adventure begins. Now go. The world is waiting for your story, not theirs. I wish you well, and I hope that every step you make towards your own story is a good step. Take care until we meet again, my friend, and I hope you come back with some good tales to share about maybe monsters slain or, well, steps taken to become a better you. Let's try everything we can to make ourselves the best that we can. But until later, or I should say, until we meet again, that sounds better. I sometimes struggle with these different languages. Take care and be well. Goodbye.